Alright, my nerds, let's make a video! What do you think of the new office? Pretty cool, right? Almost done, still not there, but office tour coming soon. Alright, so we got some brand new wide prime lenses to talk about, and they are the new Sigma 20mm f1.4 art lens and the new Sigma 24mm f1.4 art lens. Now, both these lenses are amazing. I played with them for the past week and a half. They are awesome. However, they do have Sony counterparts. We've got the Sony 24mm f1.4 G Master lens. Nope, that's not it. This is it. And the Sony 20mm f1.8 G lens. These are also very awesome wide prime lenses, but if you're in the market to get either one of these lenses, which lens brand should you go with? So I don't want to get too technical with this video. In fact, it's not going to be a full-on technical review. I just want to share my thoughts on these lenses and how I think they compare with their Sony counterparts. Also, I'm going to San Diego later today, and so I don't really have much time to film a video. I gotta go back, and so yeah, we're gonna make this very quick and simple. All right, so these lenses are amazing. I love the 20mm, especially shooting at f1.4. Like having that wide angle lens just captures everything in the frame while retaining its sharpness at f1.4. Love this lens. The Sigma 24mm f1.4 I love a little bit more because, well, I love the weight and the size of this lens, and just the photos and videos that I shot with this lens at f1.4 were really, really dreamy. Looking at the exterior of both these lenses, they are really, really well designed. I just love the look of Sigma art lenses. They're built like tanks, they're weather sealed. They both have large focus rings, making it easier to grip and change focus. They both have aperture rings that's declickable, your usual autofocus manual focus switch. And they both have this manual focus switch, which is actually really handy if you decide to focus manually, like for astrophotography. Like turning the switch on prevents those accidental bumps with the focus ring. And so it's a really, really handy feature for you accident-prone people. Oh, and both lenses have a multi-function button, which you can assign whatever feature you want on the lens. Oh, I totally forgot about this, but both lenses have a rear filter holder because shooting at f1.4 is going to require you to use an ND filter, especially for video. I don't like applying ND filters in front of the lens. I'd much rather have it either inside the camera or behind the lens. And with both the Sigma 20mm and 24mm, they both have rear filter holders, which is a very nice feature. Okay, we're gonna do a little bokeh test, starting with the Sigma 20mm at f1.4. Nice separation from the background. Get those bokeh balls right over there. Looking nice. All right, now we got the Sony 20mm at f1.8. That is the lowest aperture it can go down to. I have a nice separation from the background as well. Not as smooth or blurry as when shooting at f1.4, but still pretty good. Yeah, I like it. All right, now let's try the Sigma 20mm at f1.8. All right, we're now at f1.8 with the Sigma 20mm. Still nice separation from the background. It's quite busy back there. But yeah, I still pop. Not as good as f1.4, but still pop. All right, autofocus test with the Sigma 20mm. Yeah, it was a little laggy at first, but then it got the hang of it. There we go. And now we've got the Sony 20mm autofocus test. Sony looks smoother and a little faster. All right, now we've got the Sigma 24mm at f1.4, and we're just gonna compare the bokeh between both lenses. All right, now for a little autofocus test with the Sigma 24mm. Yeah, it's all right. Kind of hunts a little bit. Well, there it is. All right, Sony 24mm autofocus test. It's just solid, isn't it? Yep, performs every time. Now, in terms of image quality, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Sigma Art lenses are just bang on amazing. Every Sigma Art lens that I've used has been incredibly sharp, handles chromatic aberration pretty well, sun flaring very well. They're just awesome, awesome lenses, especially for the price. And the same thing goes for these new lenses by Sigma. Like the 24mm and 20mm are probably some of the best wide prime lenses that I've ever used. They're a lot heavier than the Sony prime lenses. Let's just grab the Sony 20mm right now. All right, so this is the Sony 20mm f1.8 G lens, and this is the Sigma 20mm art lens. The Sigma lens is significantly heavier and significantly bigger. I mean, just look at the size comparison between the two. Like, I feel like if the Sigma 20mm got into a fight with the Sony 20mm, like the Sigma would totally kick its butt. It's a pretty sizable lens, and so that might be a deciding factor for you, whether you much prefer a smaller, lighter lens to pack in your camera bag. Then you might want to go with the Sony 20mm G lens. They're both exactly the same price, and so it's gonna go down to whether you want a lighter and smaller lens or a bigger lens that shoots at f1.4. Again, the Sony only shoots up to f1.8, and it's not a G Master lens, it's just a G lens. It's a fantastic lens, I do really love it, but when it comes to value, Sigma just wins. It's just a lot more bang for your buck. Now, switching over to the Sigma 24mm, let's also compare it with the Sony. They're both roughly around the same size, although I will say the Sigma 24 is a little bit heavier. And the Sony G Master lens doesn't have the nuanced features that the Sigma art lens has. It's a very basic wide prime lens. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. Okay, I just gotta film. I gotta film. They both provide sharp and high quality images for photos and video, and that's kind of pretty much it. Although I will say, when it comes to autofocus performance, both the Sony lenses do perform better than the Sigma art lenses. Sometimes the Sigma art lenses would hunt on a certain object or a certain point in the frame. So if autofocus performance is extremely important to you, yeah, I would definitely go with the Sonys. But for everything else, for photography, for general filming, then the Sigma 24mm is the lens to get. Also, I love these cool features like the manual focus lock switch, the rear filter holder, and the price. Like, the Sigma 24 art lens is a lot cheaper than the Sony 24mm, like almost half, which is crazy insane for a lens that can produce similar results to the Sony 24mm, but also has cool new features. It just lacks in the autofocus performance department. But at the end of the day, it's the final product that really matters, whether it's video or photography. So whether you make videos for YouTube or you're a wedding or portrait photographer, you can't really go wrong with any one of these lenses. Again, I think the main deciding factor is gonna be price, because both the Sigma art lenses are very affordable, where the Sony lenses are, well, not so much. And so to wrap everything up, to help you decide which lens brand you should get, you're gonna have to decide whether you want a budget-friendly, high-quality kick-butt lens, the Sigma art lens, or a lens that performs better with autofocus. Tough decision, I know, but those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below, which lens you think is right for you. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, but honestly, you can't go wrong with either one of these lenses. All right, I gotta go. Gotta ship these lenses back. I gotta pack and go to San Diego. And I also gotta film this office tour because I'm really digging it so far. It took a while. This office sucks. It's too small, but I like the lighting. I think it looks great, and I'm happy. And so yeah, video coming soon. Okay. Oh, I gotta charge batteries. Oh, I suck at packing.